One moment, she's electrifying the crowd. The next, she's being physically pulled back by her own coach. What just happened to Caitlin Clark wasn't just awkward. It was confusing, controversial, and now explosive. Because this wasn't an opponent stopping her. This wasn't a ref blowing a whistle. This was her own team. And now fans are asking one terrifying question. Backhand index pointing right, is Indiana Fever sabotaging their biggest star?
Of one of the assistant coaches chasing Caitlin Clark down as she's riling up the crowd. And it seems like she's getting scolded, reprimanded, told, hey, all that hyping up, don't do that. Don't do it. Let's take a look here first. Now here we go. Body language doctor. Body language doctor is out and about. Caitlin Clark's like, what the hell is that?
Let's break this down. Late in the game, Clark hits a big shot. The crowd explodes. She turns, starts hyping the fans. Exactly what she's known for. And then, out of nowhere, an assistant coach steps in and physically grabs her. Reports and footage point toward assistant coach Karima Christmas Kelly. No timeout. No visible urgency. Just a sudden stop. And the look on Clark's face? Not anger. Not frustration. Shock.
Clark has gotten to the point where she realizes if she gives the ball to Natasha Howard, not only is she not going to get the ball back, but Natasha Howard isn't even going to look in her direction. We have officially reached that.
Within minutes, the clip goes viral. Fans flood social media. Why is her own coach stopping her? Let her celebrate. This feels personal. And the debate splits into two sides. Backhand index pointing right, was this discipline? Backhand index pointing right, or something much deeper? Because here's the reality. This isn't the first time something felt off.
So look, I don't think it's any secret that I'm not a fan of the Indiana Fever backroom staff. I'm not a fan of what they're trying to do to Caitlin Clark, and I fully believe they're trying to diminish, they're trying to dim the flame of Caitlin, and they're trying to make her fit in to what the WNBA used to be, rather than fit out and be her. I mean that. Like, that is my opinion, and there's no question about.
This moment didn't happen in isolation. Throughout the season, fans have noticed Clark getting pulled early, teammates missing her on open play, strange in-game chemistry issues. Even during key possessions, there were moments where Clark didn't even expect the ball back. And that raises a serious question. Backhand index pointing right, is this just rookie adjustment or locker room tension?
So everybody online is talking about this play during one of the games where, as you're going to see, one of the coaches for the Indiana Fever just went and pretty much almost tackled Caitlin Clark for getting the crowd riled up. And it's why is she doing it? And I want to say that's this lady right here, Karima Christmas Kelly, one of the assistant coaches. And as you seen right there, she just seemed to have went and grabbed the Caitlin Clark. As Caitlin Clark was trying to get the team, the crowd amped up for a big time game.
Let's step back, because what makes this situation so shocking is who we're talking about. Caitlin Clark isn't just a rookie. She is the most watched player in women's basketball, a record breaker from University of Iowa. The reason arenas are selling out. She didn't just join the WNBA. She changed it.
But like, this clip getting shown again, and it's just, in my opinion, is completely unacceptable. It is completely unacceptable. Like, if a coach did this to any other player in the league, they'd be fired. Or they'd at least be questioned of being fired. Then goes and hits a step back three on JC Sheldon. And she goes, the whole crowd's going nuts. And she comes, and she's getting subbed off, by the way, at this stage. She's getting subbed off for the game. She doesn't go back in the game at this stage. So it's not like it's a close game. They're up 20. She does not see the floor again. Caitlin Clark is there hyping up the crowd. She's there trying to hype up the crowd. Exactly what you want. Exactly what you want. You want to see this version of Caitlin. You want to see this player. And watch what happens here. So the coach just grabs her. Just grabs her out of nowhere. I'm like, I don't think there's anything too malicious in that. I don't know if there's anything too malicious. We don't know what's said. But like, you can't just grab.
So now the question becomes unavoidable. Backhand index pointing right, why would you limit a player like this? Some insiders suggest it's about team structure, keeping balance, avoiding star dominance. But critics argue something else: control. Because when a player becomes bigger than the system pushes back.
That is transpiring with the Indiana Fever, but I said this yesterday, there is definitely something going on within the locker room, the front office. Something is off, man. This is the third situation in one game we have had involving Caitlin Clark and the coaching staff and pretty much another player. We had the Natasha Howard situation where Caitlin Clark bent down to tie her shoe up because she knew Natasha Howard wasn't even going to pass her the damn ball. And I'm telling you right now, that whole situation is crazy in itself. Ever since DeWanna Bonner been gone, they have simply turned this thing into the Natasha Howard team.
This isn't happening in a vacuum. This season has already been filled with tension. Physical plays against Clark, heated media debates, discussions around fan behavior. Players like Alyssa Thomas have spoken out about fan treatment. Others, including Angel Reese, have been part of intense rivalries dating back to college. And then there were comments from legends like Diana Taurasi, warning rookies about the league.
Last season in the WNBA, Caitlin Clark was 26.5% of all economic activity as a rookie. Merchandise in the league went up 234%. But here was the one that struck me. Before she got there, the Indiana Fever, the valuation of the franchise was $90 million. After playing, 40 games, the valuation of that team now is $340 million. I don't think it's a game you duplicate. There is no second Steph Curry. There is no other player that plays like that. She could be $1 billion athlete. Like, when I see these numbers, I'm like, oh, this is tight.
Here's where it gets serious. Because this isn't just about basketball anymore. It's about business. The WNBA has been fighting for growth for decades. And suddenly, they have a global superstar. But moments like this, they risk sending the wrong message.
Caitlin Clark has been knocked on her ass. She's been knocked on her ass. She's been cheap-shotted. She's been poked in the eye. Everything. They have beat the Connecticut Sun. This is a month ago nearly. The Connecticut Sun beat the crap out of her. Absolutely beat the crap out of each other. But
So where does this go from here? Clark remains professional, focused, composed. But fans are watching closely. Every substitution, every missed pass, every moment like this one.
Somebody had put on there, has this coach been reprimanded, suspended, fired? This is really terrible behavior. What is happening behind the scenes? If the WNBA wants to do an investigation, they might want to look into the Fever staff treatment of Caitlin Clark. And you see right here, women are equal, correct? We all know the story. This would be if there was a male coach, why a double standard, fire her. Coach's posture is interesting. I remember seeing it live and thought it was weird.
What happened in that moment wasn't just a coach grabbing a player. It was a symbol of a league at a crossroads between control and freedom, structure and superstar in the past and the future.
No one is giving you a chance, and it's not fun no more. Angel Reese fans no longer making it fun. They've been very draining and exhausting. The Caitlin Clark haters is no longer making it fun. They draining and exhausting. Your fans, some of the CC fans are no longer making it fun. They are draining and exhausting. Not one, is giving you the opportunity in your era to grow, for you to get better. Everyone have high expectations of you because of what you did your first year.
Because one thing is clear, Caitlin Clark isn't just playing the game anymore. She's changing it. And not everyone seems ready. Freeze frame of the grab fade into Clark hitting a deep 3 text on screen. backhand index pointing right. What do you think really happened?